Spring practice number 5 in the books for Nebraska. Hi, Sean Callahan with HuskerOnline.com. We talked with head coach Matt Rhule and multiple players following practice, and it was a big day kind of coming off that first week, and Rhule said all in all he was pleased with how his guys responded.
This is typically the worst practice in my history, is the Tuesday after the first week. You know, you go 4 practices, you have the adrenaline that first Saturday. I thought they did a pretty good job. You know, I challenged them right there, like, hey, what's this going to look like? Challenged the coaches. I think the players are getting used to the fact that I'll challenge the coaches. I'll challenge myself, you know, like, so while the newness is worn off, and now it's just about the, like, hey, can we grind out the details, you know? And so we have a good group of guys. And I do think the fact that we have so many guys out for spring football allows us to have a lot of competition periods, and competition is what these guys really want, right? You know, they've grown up playing games, playing video games, playing – or, you know, maybe some of us grew up just kind of playing out back. They've played in organized leagues and all that their whole lives, so, like, they know competition. And so we're trying to have to keep it fresh that way.
We even saw some positional changes. A.J. Rollins now playing some defense instead of tight end, and then Jaleel Martin has gone from the secondary over to wide receiver, and that's what spring practice is for.
Yeah, the gray jersey guys are guys kind of doing two ways, playing both ways for us. So Jaleel, you know, the numbers went down at wide out. He came over and gave us some reps at wide receiver today. So he's still playing defensive back, but also playing receiver. A.J. Rollins, I mean, he's gone over a couple times as a defensive lineman. I think he's probably had the most sacks on the team. So he practiced with the D-line today, but also can give us reps at tight end. So I personally think he has a real future there. You know, I don't make guys move. I think he's feeling his way, but he's a great kid. You know, he's kind of like, when I say kid, he's a young man. He's a great young man. He's sort of like, hey, what do you think is best? So we've kind of been playing him both ways over the last couple of weeks, and then we put him over on defense, but kept the gray jersey on him, just in case we need to move him over to offense. You know, that way Jay's not having to run a penny out there. So I think those would be two main ones. I don't know if there's anything else, Keith. Yeah. So, but even in the position changes, yeah, I don't think. I think that's it. So. You know, it's one of the challenges I've told the team is this is such a great group of guys, and they don't want to make a mistake. And playing football and being good at football and practicing is about making a lot of mistakes and correcting the mistakes. The key is to not make repetitive mistakes. So trying to get them just to kind of relax a little bit, and, you know, everything's new for them. We go out there today. Today was, you know, sometimes you see me, I have to call them all up and talk to them like, hey, calm down. This is the drill. Some coaches are new. So we're kind of still feeling our way. I could see a couple more position changes probably in the near future with some guys just to help them get on the field.
We also heard from quarterback Jeff Sims for the first time, the Georgia Tech transfer. Rhule broke down what he has seen from Sims.
Yeah, you know, I think like he's probably like everyone else. He's trying to learn the system, learn the footwork. Everything's new for him. You know, I think Jeff brings a dynamic element into the game in that he can throw and run and is really smart and is a great teammate. I think the guys all really like him. I think he has natural leadership capabilities. So I'm excited to see what he does. You know, I think, you know, we've kind of, every day's been a little bit different. You know, we started off throwing it, and then Thursday we ran it a ton to get, because the first day on pad. Saturday we mixed it. Today we finished with, you know, 2-minute drills and stuff like that. So I think Jeff has a ton of potential. He just, you know, just needs reps, needs to get comfortable.
And so far it's been a smooth transition for Sims.
I'm going on my 4th year in college, so it's a lot of what I expected. Only thing that's kind of shocking me right now is the weather. You know, it's a little cold out there, but other than that, it's going pretty good.
We even saw quarterback Casey Thompson doing some limited throwing at practice, but obviously he's not going to be a part of spring ball.
I hate that I don't have that correct answer. He's not throwing with us yet, so they talked last week about beginning a progression, but I'm not sure the exact date. So I will say Casey's doing a wonderful job of like, he's kind of become like a coach. Like he knows he's in there every night working. He knows the progressions as well as anybody, the depths. I mean, he's really a smart guy who's putting a lot of time in.
We heard from running back Ramirez Johnson, who Rhule said has even shown the ability to play some wide receiver.
You know, I think when you go back 2 years ago, you see Ramirez, you know, really a productive player. I've been really happy with him. I've been happy with him all off season, but I think he's had a really good camp. You know, I think he had like I don't know what period it was. I think the first play. I think he had like a 60-yard run the other day. I think the thing with Ramirez, he's quiet. he does what Christian McCaffrey used to say to me. He wished that players would, the best players play loud, and so Ramirez so far is playing loud. Excellent outside zone runner, but running with power, picks up blitzes, can run all of our halfback passing game is, there's a lot of option routes, a lot of things that require some depth, and he's picking it up really well, really coachable, and an excellent guy all throughout the program. I think if you talk to anybody, everyone likes him. So really happy with him. I think he has a ton of roles. Today we had a couple of receivers down. Asked him, hey, be ready to go out and play in the slot. I think he's a guy that could do all of that.
Well, I guess I'd say today I'm starting to learn a little bit of receivers, so I'm kind of still doing that, versatility stuff. So we'll see as the year progresses what happens.
Do you like that? I know last year didn't seem to materialize into what you would hope to do.
Nah, yeah, I want to do it all. I just want to, whatever gives you on the field, that's what I want to do.
And offensive line numbers continue to be a topic. Nebraska only has 12 active linemen practicing. Rhule said that's normal for a lot of places he's been, but obviously for Nebraska, they had 25 linemen on their spring roster a year ago.
I think that's probably a low, in all seriousness, I mean it's probably a low number at Nebraska because you guys are used to having 200 guys on the roster, 150. I think having 12 linemen this time of year is about what I'm kind of used to, So I think we have three or four great walk-on offensive linemen that are just, I think Dylan Parrott's a guy that could play. He could develop and he could play. Keegan Menning's a guy that can help us, So, Ezra Miller's been banged up, but I think he's a guy that could help us. And Jersey, my guy from Jersey, Mancino, he's fantastic. He's a great dude, and he can play. He can help us. So, we're lucky in that we don't have to say every year I've been in spring football. It's don't ever let that guy in the drill with Nash. I don't have to worry about that. So we're able to mix three groups and roll three groups, and they're grinding hard for us. We're bringing some guys in, but we'll always look for, especially as we want to have the best walk-on program in football, always looking for big guys in the walk-on program who can develop. I think the second part of your question was what? Gunner's done a great job. He's having to play, left tackle, which is the hardest position to learn. He's going against good players. I'm really, really excited about where he is as a young player. Obviously he's got a long way to go, but I've seen a lot of young players be overwhelmed, especially at that position.
And one of those linemen that we talked to here is Turner Corcoran, who's hoping to lock up a starting job under Rhule.
I feel pretty good moving out there. Doesn't matter what block I'm doing. I feel pretty good down in my stance and everything like that. So, yeah, we don't care about the heavy load. We're out there to compete, and to be able to compete is just go out there and take as many reps as we need to.
And finally, no single-digit jerseys. Matt Rhule said this is something he's always done. He wants to see these guys earn those numbers 0 through 9. It's going to be a new tradition, something the players will end up voting on down the road.
Yeah, so when I was at Temple, it started when I was the offensive coordinator at Temple. Al Golden was the head coach, and then I did it when I was the head coach there, and I did it as the head coach at Baylor. Hey, guys, great to see you. Then I was the head coach at Baylor. And then Willie Taggart took it to Oregon when he went there, so it kind of became something. But I got really tired of having a guy in my program who had spent 3 years in number 47, was getting ready to play and wanted to wear number 1 or number 3, and he had earned it, and we would give it to a recruit. So what we decided was, 1 through 9, and now 0 through 9, would go to the 9 or now 10 toughest guys on the team. And when I say toughest, we define that for the guys, but really the guys who best exemplify what it means, to be a Cornhusker, right? To be accountable, to be dependable, to be tough, hardworking, competitive every single day. And so, as we get into training camp, those we'll vote on it. It won't be the coaches; the players will vote on it, and we hope it kind of becomes a tradition. So as we have wholeheartedly embraced all the great traditions that are here, hopefully this will be something new that people will get into, and there will be a long line of guys who earn that jersey number. A lot of respect for the guys that were in those single-digit jerseys because it's not fun to have your number taken away. But I think the cool thing now is as recruits say it to me, as guys say it to me, can I wear number 3? Absolutely. Just have to earn it. And there's no delineation, right? The first guy that we vote in, he picks whichever number he wants. The second guy, he picks whatever number he wants. And over time, at least at Temple, hey, the number 6s were all kind of this position. The number 3s were all DBs. You know, I've had freshmen earn it. I've had seniors earn it. I've had times where we didn't get to all 9, unfortunately, early on. We'll have 9 or 10 guys here. There's plenty of guys who deserve those numbers.
The Huskers will come back for their 6th spring practice here on Thursday. Reporting with the Nebraska football team in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan for HuskerOnline.com.